much for coming to this Midsummer event. Also, the ones attending online, because we have a very interesting topic. For the ones who are in here, we are not expecting any fire alarm. If you hear any fire alarm, you can go in this direction or this direction, the way you came in, or towards you got the coffee. The toilets, they are also in that direction. We are going to be having this presentation. The future of our jobs going to be happening next year, 5 years' time, maybe. I'm not going to be here. It's going to be ChatGPT, G21 or something. But E.T., who is very, very good in these things, she has written this book about business analysis in the age of AI. She has carried out a very interesting study about future, what is going to happen. So looking forward to what you have in store for us today.
Thank you very much, Maria. Thanks for coming to my talk. So this evening, I'm going to kind of kickstart a very hot topic in the industry. I'm going to discuss about AI's impacts on roles, the job, decision-making, and workplace, and how, in the IT professional, we can stay ahead of the curve. So I'm going to talk about, in a nutshell, what AI is, how much power it has, and what kind of impact it gives to the people in the industry. And I have 2 case studies, marketing and retail. And then as a professionals, how are we going to deal with this, like a tsunami of AI? It's not just about the different way of working. It's about different way of thinking. And then also I will conclude with some key takeaway and messages, and I would like to share with you. I'm going to leave the Q&A at the end of the presentation. If it's okay with you, I'll definitely leave about at least 15-20 minutes for us to discuss about. A little bit about myself. My background is predominantly IT, technology, and computer science. And I gained my PhD in computer science in 1999 from the University of Sheffield. And after I finished my PhD, I stayed in the academic environment for a couple of years, continue my research. And then I realized that research can be quite lonely, quite isolated. And I like working with people and I like problem solving. So I make the both move to move the industry. And I pick up the position as a business analyst in telecoms industry. And then after a couple of years, I joined the local government, central government, working for the London Metropolitan Police as a business analyst. Most of my time, I was a BA. Apart from a few years, I was a senior project manager for the preparation of London 2012 Olympic Games. Then in 2017, I moved back to the private sector. I joined the consultancy industry, the dark side, and I joined Capita in their data communication companies working in the smart meter implementation. And it was this year I kind of opened up my eyes because I was dealing with an IoT project. As you know, in the government, they're very conservative. They don't like new technology because it's quite high risk. Then when I joined the smart meter implementation, and I realized that, computers do not look like a computer. In front of me is a smart meter. It's a tiny little screen for the meter reading, but it is a computer. It does all sorts of things like a computer does. And it's Internet of Things because it connects to the internet. I learned a lot in this journey. And then in 2019, I joined Raytheon. It's a defense technology. Defense contractor is a really big American defense contractors. And in this job, I was the lead business analyst. I learned about digital twins, defense digital, and also military technology. In 2021, I moved to Atkins Realis as a principal consultant in business analysis. And in this period, I work in all sorts of projects, local government, central governments, aviation, transportation, cybersecurity, and MOD projects. In 2024, I published my first book. It's called Business Analysis in the Era of Generative AI. So by that time, I have over a quarter of century of experience. And I realized that AI really will really hit us as a business analyst. So I started doing some research and I documented down my experience and my research. When my book came out in February 2024, it was the first book in the world of its kind, combining business analysis and generative AI together. At that time, nobody in the world, according to Amazon, had the similar book. So my book was the only, I had no competitor. My book was the only book in that category. So it just shot up to Amazon #1 bestseller for a short period of time because when they refresh, then you get overtaken taken by other books. In two categories, in computer science category and the business skills categories. My book's still available. I mean, if you like to buy my book and you can scan the QR code, it will take you all the way to the Amazon portal. So let's start. Defining AI, I don't think I will need to explain to you what AI is, but in a nutshell, AI is all about mimicking human intelligence. What AI can do best, it can process a large quantity of data. It can extrapolate decision-making, recommendation, insight and foresight. So will help businesses to make more informed decisions. And AI is also very good in pattern recognition. It can recognize pattern like images. So it's been used by hospital, medical industry, and even finance because it's very good in numbers. So it can crunch a lot of tiny number that might have been missed by humans' eyes in terms of like the healthcare, in terms of finances. So it's already being used in the industry for quite a period of time. I cannot tell you about AI without telling you generative AI. So what's the difference between AI and generative AI? Generative AI is actually a specific extension of AI family, AI umbrella. Now, AI is not limited to predicted, recommend, or process data. AI can actually produce brand new data based on the data is trained and is learned from the data source. So what can it do? It can generate content. And what kind of content? Textual, images, graphic, voice, video, you name it, even computer code, they have it. I'm just listing out the top AI tools. There are few more. The top AI tools I've been using: ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, Hugging Face, Perplexity. And it's not we have moved on from playing around or generate funny jokes, generate a poem, planning your Christmas party or itinerary. We move on to really look at AI seriously, to look at how can AI solve the real business problems. And one of the key contribution of AI is companies use it to improve customer interaction because it can generate bespoke, customized, personalized content. And it has proved to be quite useful. The next question is AI everywhere? Or are people still playing around like playground? In fact, McKinsey has a report that 70% of large companies has already used AI in their business day-to-day operation because they have proved that they enhance productivity. By driving efficiency and driving costs down and free up employees' time, companies realize that they actually increase their productivity with the same people at the same time. And also data-driven decision making. Business find that all the recommendation extrapolations produced by AI can give them a more visible and informed decision. I call it data-driven or data-backed decision making. Bloomberg predicted by 2032, in 7 years' time, the generative AI market will reach about £1 trillion. Do you know how much is now the AI market? The AI market is now worldwide. It's about £50 billion. So you're talking about in the next 7 years projection is like 15 times, 20 times. So each year the AI economy will move 145 to 150% each year, and you times 7. So it shows that the market growth projection, because there will be more demand on AI, not just the textual content generation, but also more and more companies are looking at AI-powered robotic automation. So you will have robots like drones or full self-driving cars and robotics in humanoid robotics market. This will really inject a lot of capital in the AI market, especially in the generative AI market. Opportunity for innovation, you might say, is a bit controversial. I just told you, AI learn from data. AI based on data and with algorithm and produce the insight, foresight, and content generation. How come AI will be innovative? It's not AI itself innovative. Is we use AI as our research assistant or a brainstorming partner. So when we have a brainstorming session, we use AI to help us do the homework, do the preparation, and then we use the content generated by AI to further think about the creativity side. That's how, and collaborate with our colleagues, and collaboration drives innovation. And that's how I meant about AI provides opportunity for innovation. So that's come to the meat of my presentation. I think a lot of people are kind of concerned about what their future will hold. What kind of roles will be impacted by AI? In my next slides, I have split into 3 segments. The first is automation, fully automated. And the second part is augmentation. Human and AI work together. Human inject the decision, human oversight and decision loops, like Copilot and agentic AI. And the third part is brand new occupation, brand new jobs created out of AI that did not exist before. Okay, let's start. Fully automation is any jobs is repetitive, mundane. Data entry or crunching number on Excel sheet or call center, any task that we have a predicted outcome and very routine, very task-based, rule-based, that is quite likely to be automated by AI. If it's not happened yet, it will happen, and this is in the process of happening. The attraction is increased workplace efficiency by automation, cost reduction, and AI work 24/7, 365. So it's quite likely to be really a lot cheaper and quicker than theory. So how about generative AI? Does it affect roles? Yes, it does. First of all, you can see the functionality of generative AI. It is a very sophisticated search engine. And as opposed to the traditional search engine, you go to Google search and then you give you 500,000 of hits. and then you have to take all the links. But for the generative AI, it gives you a more personalized, bespoke outcome. So it saves you time. It means that entry level, junior researcher, graduate trainee, they might be impacted because I can use AI instead of a junior trainees. Textual content. Anyone who make a living by producing documents, content will be impacted. For example, editors, copywriters, book authors will be impacted because it's so quick and to generate high quality content. That kind of occupation will be impacted. Audio, video. I would say music industry, movie industries. Now you can actually use AI video generator to generate video clip. It means that the whole economy around the movie industry, like photographers, and also those people who build the movie scene in the desert or in the battlefield, they can actually use AI to generate the whole battlefield or to make all the movie scene by AI. So these people will be impacted. Singers, creator, music composer, because now you can go to Sonos to generate music. I was in Spain earlier this year. I was in a restaurant. The owner told me that he speaks really good English. He said all the music he played in the restaurant, AI generated, so that he doesn't need to pay loyalty to the original singer. In Spanish language, in English, it costs him nothing. All he pays is the subscription for Sonos, for the music creation AI tools. Chatbot. A lot of companies already use chatbot for to interact with customers. If you have like customer service, IT support, or you have a complaint company like British Gas or something, they will have a chatbot. You can talk to them. I lived long enough to witness about 30 years ago, a lot of UK companies and US companies, they offshore their call centers to Asia, like countries like India and the Philippines. And now with the AI, because those regions is a lot cheaper to run a call center. Also, they speak very good English, so they can do all the customer support, IT support. But now if you use AI, not just, you don't really need to type, you can use voice interact with the AI. I'm thinking of those people currently working in the call centers in India or the Philippines. What are they going to do? I know people, I have friends who come from this region, from India and from Philippines. They told me that since the last 3 decades, the call center offshoring has created the whole economy in the local community. In the call center in like New Delhi, Mumbai, they actually have accommodation, supermarket, restaurants, and entertainment for the call center workers, same as in Manila. So not only these people will be impacted by AI, but also the coffee shop owners, the landlord in the accommodation, the restaurants, the supermarket, the whole economy will be impacted. I mean, I just highlight that. I don't have an answer what they're going to do, whether their employers will upskill or reskill themselves, but just flag it out to your attention. Computer code. Now, with the GitHub and Copilot, a lot of companies, they already reduced the intake of software engineer graduate trainee scheme, because when they take up the graduate trainee program, it's about 2 years. And during these 2 years, the company, they don't really make profit from these young entry-level early career employees. It's after 2 years, they start to contribute to a real project. But from the business viewpoint, if I can use AI, why do I bother to take a university graduate software engineers computer programs? And I actually have friends working in the software development community. They will actually urge by their employers to develop their architectural vision because their job is basically check the code, quality check, fine tune the code. But AI, GitHub, Copilot already done the heavy lifting, already done all the groundwork. All the human programmers just check. So they free up their time. What they do, they need to step up to do more architecture work, more like abstract thinking, creative thinking, and that is the trend. Images. I think graphic designers will be impacted. My book, the book cover, is fully 100% generated by Dell E3. And I even have the credit for Dell E3. I was given a quotation by a graphic designing company. They quoted me £600 for the book cover design. And I said to them, thank you about it. And so the whole thing is Dell E. And some of my readers, they actually said, I quite like your cover. It's really futuristic look. So that's the example that I unfortunately, this graphic design company, they lost my business because I have an alternative. They may do a brilliant job for £600 plus VAT. I don't know. I didn't use that. Translation. I think human interpreters, human translators will be impacted. I mean, I myself, I'm just bilingual, but I know people who can speak 4 to 5 languages. Maria is trilingual. English, Spanish, Italian, yeah? At least, yeah? But it's already amazing to me. When you're talking about AI, can simultaneously translate over 100 languages. How amazing it is. AI can translate that kind of. We human, I don't think we can compete with the AI translation. Summarization. Who will be impacted? Journalist, editor, copywriter. So their job is to look through the whole long and winding document and summarize in the key points. If AI can do it in just a minute, if not seconds, then their job will be impacted. Okay, last but not the least, this is important. Classification, extraction, metadata. Traditionally, data analysts, they trawl through all the unstructured data like emails and articles and news items and all this. But if you want to put in the database SQL, you want to do a SQL search, you need to tag the data. You need to do classification, type, and labeling. It's been done by human analysts for a very long time. AI can now do it. So data analysts, they will need to think about what next, because AI can do it a lot quicker and faster. In this world, now over 70% of the whole world data is unstructured. Only 30% is structured, because we have all these social media posts, and you have email, you have news items, you have all these materials on the internet. So, part 2, augmentation. It's a bit better because we still need human. So augmentation is like the AI doesn't churn out content to you. AI will actually do things for you. So for example, the agentic AI, I haven't tried the ChatGPT 5 yet, but apparently they claim it can go to take control of your computer, and then it can send email to you, book restaurant to you, book flight to you, book hotel for you. It's actually like a personal assistant. That is called agentic AI. It's an augmentation. And it can help you with a more complex task. Like, okay, AI, go to do some research for me and come back to me, and we do things together. So human and AI work together. AI becomes a super assistant, or AI becomes an ally. So that's that's the thing that you need human decision loop. It's not totally automated. It is human oversight and work together. It's like bounce in and bounce back, the work together. Okay. Lastly, is the totally new jobs that didn't exist before. It comes out of AI. The first one is AI trainers. So what do they do as AI trainers? You need to have very good knowledge about AI. So what do they train? They will train people how to use various AI tools, how to improve your prompt engineering skill. So prompt engineering skill is the interaction between the human users and the AI prompt. The better you prompt, the more optimal result you can get. So if the higher skill you have in prompt engineering, the more time you save and the better quality you can obtain from AI. The second occupation is called AI ethicist. AI is a very powerful tool. You all agree? It is neither good nor bad. We good people, we use AI for the good for the society or for our employer. But the bad actor, the criminals, they will use the same technology to achieve their criminal activity objectives. So the AI ethicists will make sure the people aligned to the like guardrail or cybersecurity or data protection or governance on all this is to educate people to use AI for good, not for bad. So this is brand new talk about AI ethicists. IT ethicists have been around for a long time. Like in most financial institutions, they have a compliance department. And the compliance department, they have a head of compliance. Basically, it's an IT ethicist. It's to make sure you use IT for good. Is more like integrity, morality, transparency, and all this. Yeah. And the third one is the AI data analyst. What's the difference between traditional data analyst and the AI analyst? AI data analyst is traditional data analysts. They analyze data input by human. They analyze data. The data is a real world scenario. For example, people name, address, location, or age, or all this. It's happened in the world, location. Yeah. AI study all this data, use the algorithm, process all the data, and put another database called LLM. So the data source is there, the LLM is here, and the LLM, all this data churned out by the LLM, they're not real, they are synthetic. They call it AI generated data or called synthetic data. This data never experience a single minute of the real world. So as an AI data analyst, you need to have the capability to identify AI hallucination. Is it real? Is it right? It sounds convincing, but no, it's fake, it's make up. So you have the ability, and also you also have to have the ability to interpret all these complex AI outputs to business, maybe stakeholders, maybe your customers, maybe your CEO, that they may not be very savvy about AI. So you need to translate the AI outputs to the human comprehensible language and to turn the AI output to a more practical business intelligence. So you turn from AI to BI, from artificial intelligence to business intelligence, so that the business can use that. So that is the important. That's a new job. So how many of you can claim yourself an AI data analyst? No hands up. Yeah. So it means that this is a new job. This is a new job to really understand, to process AI synthetic data. Remember that. And then the last one, managing AI systems. Someone who need to have the ability to look after AI system in a live environment. So in the project development life cycle, when you finish the project, you transition the project to systems, to BAU, yeah? And you need a team of transition manager, service architect, service manager, help desk support, all this. So they do it. But now you have an AI system that they need to look after in life environment. You might say, well, why can't we use data scientists or machine learning engineers to do this job? Yes, data scientists and machine learning engineer, they do the development. And then once they finish the project, they hand over the project to the transition manager. So the transition team will need to understand AI so that they can make sure AI behaves properly and works properly in the live environment. And that's the new job. They need to upskill themselves to understand AI before they can take up the transition. So case study, marketing. Why marketing? Because the marketing sector, they are the first early adopter of AI system because it's all about content. Marketing sector, they use generative AI to generate bespoke high quality content for marketing. Traditionally, they will do a mail shot, one email and one size fits all for millions of target customers. But now they can use AI to craft individual email, individual messages to individual clients or potential customer based on demographic, where they live, their affordability, all sorts of factors. Then when you receive an email or a message in front of you, it looks like your friend sent this to you. Then you say, wow, it knows me a lot. It knows what I like, what I want, how much I can afford. That is the winning recipe for customer loyalty. And they find it really, really effective. Audience target, and then they optimizing advertising spend. Advertising is very expensive, especially TV advertisements. So with the AI, because AI can process a lot of historical data, large amounts of data, they can see which channel has more audience, which channel is not very expensive. So they can give the insights to the marketing people to see, which channel is the most effective and will lead to more profits to them. There are two quite well-known marketing AI tools. One is called Jasper AI, another one is called HubSpot. They do exactly this functionality. Jasper AI linked with ChatGPT large language model generate bespoke customized content to customers. Before AI, you have to hire marketers, PR people to really craft out copywriter, to really craft out the messages to customer. Now they just use AI to generate that, save a lot of time and money. And HubSpot, they function more generically to look at the customer feedback, customer survey, and then they collect all the customer feedback and they analyze and say, well, this is how your campaign works, the performance and all this. So they kind of really automate in a really, very quick deal. And that's why I cited marketing as my case study in the generative AI, because they just use it like in the core of their business. Decision making, imagine if you run a business owner, you are in C-suite executive, you make executive decision all the time. You want to know how to grow, how to be competitive, how to make more money, and how AI can help. So AI can do some kind of trend forecast because of AI is good in pattern recognition, big data analytics, and predictive analytics. So AI is a very good trend spotter. It will tell, okay, what's the market needs and who are the competitors and all this to give the senior executive a more informed decision. not just informed decision, but with evidence, with rationale and justification behind. When AI churn out the recommendation, it give all the graphs and chart, visualization, all the graphs, and to just put in very visibly to the senior executive to make business decision, future market forecast, and all this, yeah. And in terms of data, AI can also give professionals, people in the company to conduct data analytics and predictive analytics. Because imagine AI is an engine. The data is the fuel. AI will not, in an engine in the car cannot drive without the fuel. AI cannot drive without the data. So data is really important. So the AI, they use this data analytics to help them to streamline their business operations. Because as I said, AI is very good in crunching number, looking at hidden patterns. So organization may say, we didn't see there's a bottleneck, and this slow down our business operation. But AI can, so we can use AI recommendation to streamline our business operations and we save time and drive efficiency. Improve customer experience as well. If you, for example, you buy something online and you don't like it or it doesn't fit, you have a very smooth return procedures. They send you a label, you put the label on the pack, and then you take to the post office or whoever, then you get your refund immediately. That is called customer experience. And AI can really help automate that. Imagine you buy something, you have to take 2 weeks to call the customer service, and then they give you a reference number, and then you have to go to the post office, pay your own postage, put the customer number, and then they give you the refund after 3 months. That is not customer loyalty. And that's how AI could accelerate the process. Another thing about AI, the contribution is the logistics, supply chain. AI can help business to, with the historical data, historical pattern, can tell the organization what's out there, what's the future demand. An organization will say, the demand is that, so we can order or make the goods and goods enough to fulfill the market. This is not just the products, it's not also services. So AI can help with that. Optimization of inventory levels. So AI can help organization to not overstock, not understock. If you overstock, for example, if the companies is making medication which has expiry date, or food which has expiry dates, or even perishable, then if you overstock, then you basically have to throw them away. You waste time and you waste money. But if you understock, then customer cannot buy it. They will go away. Yeah, they will go to somewhere else. Thirdly, improving logistics. This is really important in this time, what's going on in the world now. We have all these geopolitical conflicts. Different spots have different conflicts in the Middle East, in the bit of Europe and Asia and all this. Shipping company and airlines, they really scratch their head hard, because sometimes when you ship something, there's a no-fly zone about which country. If the shipping company, they sell the boat, they stop. Some countries all of a sudden decide to close the canal, and they have to return back to the original port. That wastes a lot of time, money, and the good might go off because of the time wasted. So AI can actually go to the whole internet to look for anything about like climate change or geopolitical conflicts. AI can actually conduct the whole PESO analysis: political, economic, social, legal, environmental, technological. So it means that if there is a tsunami, I will tell you, avoid this route, environmental or no-fly zone above Israel or Iran, then airlines can reroute their route without wasting their time. So AI can help logistic company to eliminate their inconvenience and problem. Okay, professionals, I kind of limit to IT professionals. I mean, in this limit of this presentation, because that's all I know. But I think AI will impact other professionals like lawyer, accountant, and other professions. So what professionals, people in IT industry need to do in the wake of AI? So those days we play around with AI, ChatGPT, we have to move on now. We need to embrace AI, incorporate AI in our business strategy. The advancement of AI keeps going up almost every day. So it becomes more sophisticated that organization can actually, because if you just use ChatGPT for like few things, creating some content, some funny images, you will not maximize the potential of AI. AI has a lot of potential. So as a professionals, we need to identify, it's our job to identify, to make the full potential of AI by incorporating AI in the business strategy and leverage AI for goal. As a business analyst, traditionally, we business analysts, we work in the project. We report to the project manager. We work with stakeholders. We capture requirements, and then we talk to the solution architects and the tester and developers. We are in the project scope. But my prediction is, I think in the future, projects will be run by AI. You get the requirements, natural language requirements, AI generate the code, AI execute the solution with a prototype, and the business stakeholders test the prototype. If they don't like it, you do the iteration. You generate the code and execute the application again and again until the business stakeholders say, I'm happy with that. So what do we do in a project? We need to come out of our comfort zone, to go beyond project, to go for use AI to really achieve organizational goal. That's what I mean about it. Oh, I think you my clicker doesn't work.
Can you hear us? It's because the battery was going.
Oh, the battery? Yeah. Okay, I will use the.
Is it going?
Okay, yes. Well, I think I might have missed one. Just one moment, yeah. Oh, yeah, this one, yeah. Interpretation of AI outputs. So I mentioned briefly about AI data analysts, but not just AI data analysts. I think everyone in the IT industry should be able to understand the output from AI and interpret the content of the AI output to the business. Turn the AI output to a practical, implementable, useful business insight. That's what we need to do. So we need the analytic skills, but we also need domain knowledge. Because as I said, AI had never worked in your office before. If you work in insurance or financial sector, you have the domain knowledge. We know what it's like to work in a bank. You know what it's like to work in a pharmaceutical company, but AI doesn't. So AI will give you the what, but your domain knowledge and your experience will give you the what. It's up to you how to put forward the AI content to help your business improve. It's up to you. And that we need human. So it's not all doom and gloom. So we still useful in terms of this. Yeah, workflow, yeah. You say, well, AI can streamline my business processes. So we just set this and then we set it, the business process streamline, and then we forget it and we walk away. And then we come back 6 months later. No. You set it, use AI to streamline your businesses. You need to monitor it. You need a human skill to monitor it. You need to look at whether AI is doing properly, correctly. Is AI performing according to the business metric? Whether AI can up to the business standard and the business expectation. And that's the human decision loop and human oversight is really important. And if you see something wrong, you need to modify it. You need to rectify the problem. Because AI just do it, but then it is human to monitor, to decide, to make the decision whether the business process improvement or streamline business operation is according to the business need. That's the thing. We need to adjust the processes. So my second case study is also my favorite one, retail. So which retail company I'm talking about? Oh, Tesco. So Tesco, they are really proud. They even wrote a thought leadership article. They published this article and to showcase their success to their other supermarket chains in the UK. I think Maria will share my slides to you after the presentation. So if you want to have a copy, please contact us, and then you can click the blog in your free time. So what did they do? Tesco. First of all, they use AI to improve their customer interaction. How many of you shop on Tesco online? How many of you? Oh, yes, that's very good. Yeah. So did you find that in the recent years, you go to the Tesco shopping portal and they use AI to look at your shopping history. And they try to know about your preference, your lifestyle, what you eat, what you use, yeah. And then they recommend the appropriate products to you. And maybe if you use Tesco Mobile and all this, they also recommend some insurance or services to you. And they find it really low cost and automated. Not just the improvement of customer interaction, they also improve their relationship with their suppliers. I mean, at the end of the day, Tesco is just a supermarket. They don't make things. They buy from millions of suppliers and then they put in their store or their online store and the customer buy that. They have the AI B2B relationship using AI to automate a lot of B2B relationship. So they make sure they don't order too much for overstock. They don't order too little for understock. So they find it is really, really successful. And then they became the retail innovation leaders. So with the adoption of AI, what's the outcome? They actually managed to reduce 20% of wastage. 20% is a lot. So nowadays, if you go to Tesco store, you don't see all the rotten meat or rotten vegetable lying on the shelf or in a warehouse. So because they use AI to automate the supply chain. And sales growth, they grow 15% of sales growth. So they're very successful. And then they have really enjoy their tangible benefits from the AI technology.
They couldn't see you. He's sorting it.
Okay, they couldn't see me, but they can hear me.
They can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The air conditioning be checked as well, please.
Workplace. How AI changed our workplace? I mean, in the office. I say these hybrid work models. You might say, well, work from home, remote working already started well before generative AI. You know, since the COVID lockdown, maybe March 2020, people started working from home. So what's new about AI? Yes, AI, my favorite feature of AI is the simultaneous translation. So including sign language. Traditionally, you know, we live in the Western world, the default language for online meeting is English. But there are a lot of people, English is not their first language. Maria's first language, Spanish. My first language, I was born in Hong Kong. My first language is Cantonese. And then I may have Korean colleagues or Japanese colleagues or German colleagues. So it means that they have to learn English in order to join the meeting. If they are not very good in English, they will be excluded from the meeting. But with AI, and it includes people with hearing impairment. Yeah. With AI, you know what you can do? You can set your preferred language. So if I set my preferred language is Cantonese, Maria set is Spanish, and whoever you German, yeah, you set German. Because you look like German. yeah. Okay. When you start talking, I talk totally in Cantonese. All you hear is German, all you hear is Spanish. Because you set your preferred language as your own language. Someone with a hearing impairment, at the screen, the AI avatar will do the sign language to that. So this person will understand what the colleagues or customers or friends talking about. So it means that if the person with the hearing impairment want to talk, you just face the webcam and do the sign language. And all of a sudden, all I can hear is Cantonese, what he make the gesture, Spanish, German. So it means that you do not have any language barrier. You break down all the language barrier, and in the whole meeting, you can have a United Nations meeting. Everybody can contribute. And when everybody can contribute, you have collaboration. You know, you have different ideas internationally. People have different culture, different country. They have different ideas. Then you have very inclusive meeting, and collaboration drives innovation. And that's the bit I really like to, in terms of the hybrid working. As a result, you don't have to be in one place or one country to have the meeting. Flexible working location, and you increase job satisfaction because I cannot speak English, I can speak Cantonese, but I understand everybody's talking, and I feel my voice is heard. I feel my idea is being listened to. So that is the contribution, the power of AI in terms of hybrid working. And I actually heard people say that they prefer online meeting because in the online meeting, you have the transcript. If you keep in the one room, then unless you have a secretary or PMO to drop the meeting down and put the action, but otherwise, if you don't have someone to take the minutes, then anything will be lost after the physical meeting. But if you're an online meeting, you always have the recording and you have the script, and even better, the script can be translated to multilingual, and the script can be translated to sign languages. That's the beauty of the hybrid working. There's another report that Westmore, some companies already have gained the AI benefits by increasing 30% of productivity. AI save the time, streamline processes, more efficient and shorter time and lower cost, enhance collaboration. As I said, collaboration drives innovation, and innovation drives growth, profitability, and success. Foster a transparent culture. So how AI will make an organization culture more transparent? Because now, with the AI-driven decision-making, employees can go to the system, maybe a portal, to look at the rationale justification behind a decision making. So, as opposed to when organization announce some change, then the employee said, well, I want to know why the change. But the rationale is in people's head, in the CEO's head. The CEO just feel like change. Then the employee say, I'm not so sure whether I will buy in or on board or not. But if they have access to the rationale and justification behind, then they gain the trust. They increase their trust level of the employer. And then they feel like more open up because everything they can see is quite transparent. They become more honest. They will not be more careful or cautious about what they say. So that's how AI can drive a transparent culture, building trust and encourage collaboration. In this talk, I'm going to talk about collaboration maybe 5 times, because it is important. It's important because collaboration is something that we need human to do. We need human to brew different people, different ideas together. AI can't. AI can just churn out the material based on the data it learned from the existing data. Opportunities. So what AI can give us the opportunities? Enhance creativity. AI is not creative, but it enhances. It is like your, I would say it's like a brainstorming partner. So if you want to be creative, you want to think about something, and then you tend to do research. You can't, most of the time when you have brainstorming session, you say, well, what do we want to do? What's the theme? What's the product? Or what's the innovation we want to say? You have some idea, then you go to internet. You go to Google search and search that. But with the AI, you can use AI as your researcher. And you take this AI as a research partner, and then you continue your creativity. And that's why I talk about the enhancing creativity. It's not replacing creativity. It's enhancing creativity. And that's the difference. Improved efficiency. I already mentioned about streamline operation, automate mundane, repetitive tasks. And it's a human nature. I think if AI does all the work for you, you won't sit in the office, twiddling your thumbs and say, what I'm going to do. No, it's a human nature. You free up your time and you think about, what else can I do to contribute to my organization? I think it's human nature. Most people will think this way. So you can focus on high value work, how to help your company to be more competitive, more successful. Promoting inclusion while AI. Well, what has AI got to do with diversity, equity, inclusion? Yes, AI does, because AI can produce some bespoke, personalized training materials. It's not like, you have a training, the syllabus is the same to all employees. But there are some employees, they may have higher qualifications or more experience, and there may be some employees, they are a slow learner or maybe more junior. Now, you don't have to have one size fits all. You can have customized, personalized training materials. And that's how you use AI to embrace the inclusion. And also, what about people with assisted requirement? For example, visual impairment or hearing impairment or epileptics or colorblind and all this. So they can have the bespoke, personalized training material for them. And with this, employees will feel like they are being looked after, they're being taken care of, their training need. And that's how AI can enhance inclusion in the organization and also enhance collaboration. When you feel valued in your organization, you want to contribute more and you want to collaborate more with your colleagues. And collaboration drives innovation. And innovation drives growth, productivity, and success. I mentioned about the new job, AI ethicist. So this is a new job. So if people say, okay, I'm interested in being an AI ethicist, what do I need to know? What do I need to learn to become an AI ethicist? Mitigating bias. We need to know, make sure the data source is unbiased. Up to now, quite a lot of data source, they are biased. For example, a lot of data source are kind of male-oriented, especially in IT industry. So after the algorithm, the AI output tend to be male-oriented in the IT industry. And if the data source is discriminative against some races or gender or age, then the output will be discriminative. So as an AI ethicist, we need to make sure the data source is unbiased, because AI cannot think. AI just learn the data based on the algorithm, churn out the output. So we need to make sure the viewer is unbiased, so the engine will run unbiasedly. Develop unbiased system, collaboration for equity. And then we need to respect data privacy. We need to make sure, you heard about guardrails, yeah? So if you don't put the guardrails, AI can answer any question with unrestricted. Some of the question may be sensitive or private. So to protect the data source and also the company policy, so we need to make sure permission, guardrails, restriction, all these will be in place. And also robust security measure. Not just cyber security, but also data security, personal security, and also you have to respect the original creator. There's a fair use policy, but if we exceed the fair use policy, it is called infringement. So you can't just take and lift something and then put in the AI model without compensating the initial human creators. That's a part of the AI ethics. Compliance and regulation. Adhere to we have this GDPR, yeah, GDPR. Maria is the expert in GDPR. And also you probably are expert in EU AI Act.
Yeah. It's coming to me.
2 days ago, a few days ago, I watched the clip, the launch of ChatGPT 5, and Sam Altman, as an interview, and I was like, just kind of woke me up. You know what he said? He said there are a lot of AI apps using ChatGPT for mental health, for therapy, or self-help. He said, when people have this kind of problem, whether it's mental health problem or physical health problem, they go to a hospital or a consulting room to see the doctor. The conversation is private. They don't expect the doctor put everything, the diagnosis on the internet, yeah? Because it is sensitive and it is personal. So it's confidential. But he said, there are companies, they make AI app for self-help therapy and mental health. How are we going to make sure the conversation between the users and the AI will not be used to train the AI model? It means that all my private, really personal problems are being used to train the AI model and all over the internet. Then I'm thinking, how do we control it? Let me tell you, I do not have an answer because there is no answer. At the moment, Sam Altman actually said he hoped one day all these therapies apps will be like you go to a physical consultation room. And the conversation between the patient and the doctor will be kept in the four walls. He hopes, but he said at the moment there's no control to police or to govern it. So I think Maria will be maybe that's something that to propose to the EU AI Act or the GDPR about the AI-driven mental health therapies, self-help, that kind of act. We know how the lawmaker, decision maker, policy maker can monitor them.
Yes, it's affecting people. There are a number of use cases that they are forbidden. One of them is reading the emotion of employees, for example.
Oh, yeah, facial recognition, yeah.
It's not just visual recognition, it's emotion. It's trying to read the emotion of people. And that's a forbidden.
Yeah, because it's an intrusion of privacy.
It is also because it can be very wrong.
Yeah, it can be wrong, yeah. Hallucination. Yeah, there's another seminar. What's this space? Ensure accountability. As an AI ethicist, you need to make sure, because in this day and age, you have maybe a Twitter account, your X account, say something harmful, hate crime or whatever. In fact, this account is bot account. And then it's generated by another AI. And then that AI is generated by another AI. Okay, what are you going to do? Oh, there's no human, it's AI, so we can forget about it. No. There should be a good traceability to track down who is the original creator for this box, for this AI, and then end up with a message harmful to people. So we need to have a good accountability, traceability. At the end of the day, AI cannot go to jail, human can. Well, I've been a seasoned business analyst for over a quarter of a century, so I am very passionate about how business analysts, what's the future of business analysts in the wake of AI. And that's why I've actually written a book. So I asked myself, if any of you in the audience that you are business analysts, you might like to know what you need to do from now on. Align stakeholder, because relationship, human touch, rapport, for fostering your relationship, fostering your rapport with the stakeholders, you still need your human, the soft skill side. Understand the perspective, understand the stakeholders. Of course, you can say, some stakeholders, they just use ChatGPT to interview them, to put requirements. But ChatGPT doesn't know this particular stakeholder's dog died last Saturday. We do, because we can see this stakeholder look very down, very sad. And we said, how was your weekend? And he say, unfortunately, my dog died on Saturday. And we have some kind of empathy to the stakeholders. AI doesn't have any empathy. So if you have empathy, you have the ability to foster your collaboration, your relationship, your rapport to the stakeholders, use it. Because that's the thing we are do much better than AI. Facilitating collaboration. Collaboration, sometimes, it's not, when you interact with people, it's not like verbal. A lot of body languages. We can make use of the body languages to enhance our collaboration. So that's why I'm very animated. When I talk, I always wave my hands. And to achieve the common goals. This one, prioritization, tasks, and goals. I can say to you, this slide is actually, I think it's the most important slide of my whole presentation, because we do need to have a paradigm shift, not to change the way we work, but to change the way we think. We really have to ask ourselves a question. You got a task. You ask yourself, can AI do it? If AI can do it, let AI do it. Don't compete or don't resist to use AI. Instead, yeah, I'm going to spend next 4 hours to crunch some numbers on Excel sheet while Copilot can do it. Oh, I'm going to spend 2 hours to do this beautiful BPMN notation and swimlane diagram from scratch. No, AI can do it. AI can do it in 2 minutes. All you can do is just to do the fine tuning, do editing. But let AI do the heavy lifting, do the groundwork. And you, as a human, you do the quality check, you do the fine tuning, you identify hallucination, you rectify the mistake. But the framework is already there, the product's already there. Focus on high level impacts, come out of the project level, look around the business, maybe help organization, drive efficiency, drive cost saving. Let me tell you, the world is not going to run out of problem with AI. Because if AI can do everything, by now, we won't have people dying from cancer, terminal illness, or we won't have tsunami or earthquake or flood or wildfire. We have the good climate control. But no, we still need research and innovation in healthcare, in geopolitical conflicts, in energy shortages, in food shortages, pollution. We still have a lot of problems to solve. So don't worry, you will have things to do. We will not run out of work to do. And also align yourself to organizational objectives. Effective communication. Yeah, that's what BA need to do from now on. Communication, high level, interpret the AI output, translate into business-friendly language to explain to the business, foster collaboration and driving successful outcome. So my conclusion today, I told you 4 things. All jobs are being impacted by AI, yeah? And what we need to do to prepare ourselves for the future and make sure we stay ahead of the curve. I give you 2 choices, a blue pill and a red pill. You swallow the blue pill, you go back to the office, you continue to do your things, and hopefully you keep your job, you don't get the P45, you take the red pill. It's very uncomfortable. All of a sudden, you got all this pain in your body, but you think ahead. You say, I'm going to challenge this. I'm going to challenge that. I'm going to come out of comfort zone. I'm going to change the way I think, change the way I work, and I'm going to be alive. I'm going to continue, and the choice is yours. With this, if you decide to take the red pill, you have to change. Because the blue pill, you take the blue pill, you do whatever you've been doing in the last 10 years, 20 years, but you take the red pill, you have to change. So the change is to adapt to change and to harness the AI potential. So lastly, I'm going to share with you my takeaway with you. AI might replace your job, but not you. Only if you change and adapt, and it's not an option. Thank you very much. The fun part, Q&A. Yes.
Thank you for that. You highlighted a lot of opportunities, as promised, in adopting AI to improve productivity, etc. Whereby, from a job description perspective, can I look forward to a clause which says, adopt AI technology to improve my productivity by, say, 10%, or use it to find the front door?
Yeah,
and the other consequence of what you're saying, it's good for business and commerce, etc., in adopting AI, which they are doing, but it fails to recognize the human impact in the 8 billion people on this planet.
Yeah, I think the ball is in the employer side. Employers, they look at, I can use AI so I can replace this, I can replace these people, that people, yeah? But if you still have value to contribute to your organization, you can challenge your boss. He said, these are the things, this is the list of things I can do, AI can't. So first and foremost, you really need to improve the prompt engineering skill. You can tell your boss, I can use AI fluently. I can use various AI tools, generation of imaging, code, Copilot, GitHub, video, what have you, images, content, textual, translation, all these. And then he said, this is the stuff I can use. And there is a trend in the industry that more and more companies are developing a vertical large language model, vertical LLM. So the ChatGPT version is a horizontal LLM. They just have one layer. They go to internet to learn the data. But with the vertical LLM, is the data source is from your corporate data. So in the corporate data, you have the permission. You know, they grab the data from like SharePoint and email and calendar and all these Word documents, etc. Then you need to look at who can view the permission. Yeah, so you can say to your employers that I have the skills to help you develop your AI roadmap. So that's how you can convince your employer to retain your job without being made redundant. So that's why everybody, I think, if you want to remain relevant, you need, I'm not even saying awareness. We move on from awareness. You have to change from awareness to action. From A to A, awareness to action. You need to really know the stuff. The problem of AI is because it's so new. You can't learn on the job. There's no on-the-job training. So you have to do your own research. But you have no excuse. You have all this Indian learning, Udemy, Mozilla, this online, YouTube, TikTok, you know, you can learn all these AI skills. And you even get a badge or a certificate, you know, if you do some online AI course. So there's so many revenues for people to improve their AI skills. It depends on what you want. For example, there are AI for business analysts, AI for project manager, AI for developers, AI for testing. So we have to learn. I hope I have answered your question.
What about the human consequences?
Yeah, the human side, yeah. But the thing is,
Good for business, commerce, but consequences.
Yeah. The thing is that their organization, they will, they have the decision, they will say, I'm going to keep all my employees. And because of AI, I'm going to increase my productivity for 10 times. But their organization, they said, I'm going to keep my productivity the same. 40% or 60% of the employees have to go. It's like Microsoft, Amazon, Meta. They recently made thousands of employees redundant because they don't want to expand their business, because they said during COVID they overhired. So they make people redundant and replace them by AI. It's all well publicized. You can search for that. I think Microsoft make 9,000 people redundant, and Amazon and Meta, they all make people redundant. So they're choices. So they can keep the same number of people by increasing their productivity, or they can maintain their productivity but use less number of people. Yes, Maria.
Questions from the people online. If we replace entry-level people with AI, doesn't that run the risk of starving the pipeline that leads to senior people in posts?
Yeah, this is a very good question. Because at the end of the day, somewhere in time we have to retire, yeah? And then who's going to take the baton? Is it AI or human? So now, my humble answer to the question is even the entry-level, early career people, they will need to know AI. There is a big gap between university education and what the real world needs now. University still teach UML notation, BPMN notation, or sequence diagram, all this. And the students graduate, and then they go to the office and say, oh, we don't need that. It's AI churn out all these diagram. So university students will need to start preparing that when they come out of the university, they will be AI ready. Doesn't matter whether they are technical or technical, they be AI ready. If they are not AI, they at least they know how to use the tool. At least they know how to interpret the synthetic data back to human language to explain to the business. So my answer to the question is that entry level people, they will need to make themselves relevant by at least acquiring AI skill, so that when they become more and more experienced, they can take the baton from the people who about to retire. So that's the career progression. So my humble answer is and everybody have to be AI ready. And any more questions?
Yes. What governance or oversight mechanisms should leaders put in place to ensure AI-supported decisions remain ethical and accountable?
Yeah, that's I cover that. Yeah. So the whole AI emphasis, there's the role is a brand new role. Earlier this year, I did a course run by BCS. It's called AI Ethics course, and I passed the exam. So we need some training, and I'm waiting for the next course, the advanced one. So you need to know about the legal and ethical side. To gain this knowledge, training, research, and also keep the close monitoring of the progress of the government AI. Recently there's have you heard about the UK Online Safety Act? It's brilliant. It's brilliant because this AI Safety Act, and the child image on online and pornography, pedophile. This is they are having a good control about the availability online because of this act. So it had to be supported by act regulations, so that we can implement the AI ethics more successfully. Because for AI is like a hammer. You can use a hammer to build a house, and you can use the same hammer to destroy a house. And we want more people to use the hammer to actually build a house, not to destroy the house. But that's through education, training, and influence. So I'm coming here to do the talk, and I hope, for example, you go back and you remember the value of AI ethics. And it's a very, very good job as an AI ethicist. I'm trying to develop my skill to basically to help champion the AI ethics, because I have the feeling that 2026 is the year of robotic automation. So 2026, 1 year later, there will be a lot of humanoid robots from Figure, from XAI, from different companies will come out to the market. If we do not have the AI ethics, robots can do physical harm. For example, if you have cognitive tasks on the computer, like ChatGPT, if that's harm, it doesn't destroy the whole building. But imagine if it's like a battlefield drone with the weapon, and if it's not used ethically, it can destroy life and properties. That's something keeps me awake at night. Is the physical robotic automation powered by AI. If we don't promote the AI ethics, it can go to the bad people, and then they can implement the robotic automation in the very bad way. And again, I don't have any answer. We just hopefully, lawmaker, decision maker, policy maker will a close look at the development of robotic automation, because it will be uncontrollable if we don't put the AI ethics in place. Yeah, AI is a very powerful tool. And I'm serious about it. Yeah, yeah. And you got a question? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask about the supervise and oversee what AI is producing. That sounds, very interesting. But I think, very soon, really very soon, there was going to be a competing AI engine doing that. And maybe there will not be, that job is going to be gone as well.
At the moment, AI make mistake, hallucination, yeah. So we still need the human decision. For example, AI will give you the extrapolation, all these figures and visualization. You put it in place. For implementation, human will take it to make a decision whether to deploy it, to implement it. But I get what you mean. Is that in the future will be fully automated. We are not doing co-pilot, we are doing autopilot. So whatever AI churn now will implement empower to AI. This is the area I'm very worried. I'm very concerned because if you empower a drone to make decision, the drone might, for example, in the battlefield, the drone might behave differently. Or if you deploy a robot to go to maybe rescue people, but then if you empower the robot too much, the robot will make the autonomous decision, and it may be a wrong decision. And again, I'm really sorry, I do not have an answer, but this is something that we really need to think about it, especially the physical bit of the AI deployment. Because all this, the self-service, full self-drive car, they all it's AI. They learn all the driving historical data from people, and then they will just take you from A to B. But then the self-service self-drive car, full self-drive car, then it might go wrong. It might take you to the lamppost as opposed to your house. So I don't know if AI goes wrong, you will have I think the movie is called like iRobot. Yeah, Will Smith have to turn off all the robots in the warehouse because some robot went wrong, and yeah, that can happen. I don't know. Good question. Yes.
So thank you. I really liked how you categorized the roles into the automation, the augmentation, and the new roles. And actually, it's not about putting people in one of those categories. I recognize activities in my role that fall into all three categories.
Oh.
My concern is that actually many of us in this room, we have the expertise to do the augmented AI and the new roles like the AI analyst and interpreting and
Intelligent AI system.
We have that because we were able to learn and acquire our expertise through junior and trainee roles and learning. But the emphasis from companies is very much at the moment the competitive advantage of automation and cost saving, which you said actually diminishes the opportunities for junior and training roles. So we have the expertise now, but if we take away that learning, that training and junior role, we lose the expertise to perform the augmented AI and the new roles because we haven't had that opportunity. So we break the loop. And that's my concern. Will we realize too late that we've missed that?
You know what? You make me think because it's what happened to career succession? Who are you going to who are going to inherit your expertise and skill? There's a gap. There's a human gap. I hope employers I mean, for example, you don't mention about the call centers in India and Philippines, yeah? I mean, I hope the call center employers will retrain the staff to do something else. But otherwise, there will be thousands, tens of thousands of employees in this region to be out of work. So I mean, to answer, I don't have an answer, but a little suggestion to your question is, I hope employers who have some kind of duty of care to look after their young employees, the early career and entrance, by providing them with reskilling, training, so that they keep that up to speed, so that they have the confidence to work with AI tools, to implement their augmentation, or to exercise their human skills, the soft skill, to continue. This is the decision from the employer side. Me as an employee, I told you earlier, as employees, we can be more proactive to actually learn, acquire different AI skill sets to make us relevant, in the company. But from the employer's viewpoint, I hope they will have some kind of duty of care to look after their workforce. But in reality, most of the time, I work for a company I no name mentioned, but their policy is shareholders, number one shareholders, and then employees. So because there's a PLC, so they have to really look after their financial performance in order to make sure the shareholders do not dump their stocks. So from the employer's viewpoint, in your PLC, you have to look at your P&L, profit and loss account. It's a dilemma, but I think employers should need to provide retraining, reskilling with those employees who are not familiar with AI tools, and to inject some AI culture, and also encourage employees to use AI tool to stimulate them, their collaboration and new ideas to help the company grow. But very good question. I'm struggling with the succession planning. In this, there's a skill gap. There's skill gap. You know that this chart. Workplace, not this one. I think this chart will give you a food for thought.
We will be sharing.
Yeah, we'll be sharing.
And the recording as well. There will be a recording.
Yes, there is a recording, and it's going to be available because now we have the food.
That one. So there's a list of jobs that I think moment with the generative AI will be. I'm not saying all these people will lose their job, and maybe the organization still need project manager. Yeah, but then the project manager might be able to run 10 projects instead of one project. So instead of one project full time, run one project manager, run one project. Now you have one full-time project manager, run 10 projects. What happened to the other 9 project managers? Or organization can have 100 projects. So then the 10 project manager will have their jobs. So that's the answer to your question. Is it depends on the employer's viewpoint, whether they want to keep the workforce but increase productivity, or maintain the productivity, reduce the workforce. Anyway, this all mine now. So I can go for time. Thank you very much. Thank you.